It's Kelsey's Cooking Show.
Okay, we all know that college students have a limited budget, and sometimes we have to make compromises in order to accommodate that. But we don't want one of those places that we compromise in to be in our diet. So we're going to teach you how to make a tasty meal that does not cost much.
Kelsey makes ricotta stuffed jumbo shells.
The best place to start is to gather the necessary ingredients. We'll need a container of ricotta cheese, a pound of Italian sausage, some mozzarella cheese, jumbo shell pasta, whatever your favorite pasta sauce is, and I like to buy these disposable pans to help with cleanup. Now, I use the word recipe loosely because the kind of cooking I like to do doesn't require any kind of measuring or anything like that. It's just putting it all together. We're going to start with the step that takes the longest, which is browning the sausage. Next, we'll fill up a pot of water in order to start boiling some water. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Keep checking on and stirring the sausage until all of the pink has turned into brown. When that looks like it's completed, you can drain your sausage, but be careful not to let any of the fat get into the drain of the sink, as that can clog your sink. Once the water is boiling, it's time to add the noodles. Just putting the shells in the water so they can boil. You want to make sure they sink every time. Yeah, you just pick up anything and start stirring with it. When the shells feel firm and flexible, it's time to drain them, but be very careful not to freaking burn yourself. Now it's time to make our ricotta stuffing. Open up the ricotta cheese and empty it all into a bowl. Get it everywhere first. Now we're going to add our cooked sausage into that mixture and stir it all together. With that all done, we can set ourselves up for the next step here. The next step is as simple as you would think it would be. It's just to stuff the shells. And we're going to keep on doing this until all of the shells have been stuffed and lined up in the pan. You can stuff them in the pan as tightly as you like, but keeping the open side on top will help keep all the stuffing inside the shells better. Now it's time for us to smother our shells in sauce. You want to make sure that everything gets covered nice and evenly so nothing gets dried out while we're baking. Now we're going to top that off with a layer of shredded mozzarella cheese. And cover the whole thing in aluminum foil. Now it's time to put it in the oven, and we're going to leave it in here at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes to maybe an hour. About 45 minutes later, I come in and check on it, and there's still individual pieces of cheese and no bubbling or anything like that. So that's how I know that it's not quite ready to be taken out yet. And we come back in and check on it, and now everything's looking all melty and bubbly and delicious. We take the foil off, let it bake another 10 or 15 minutes till it's looking a little bit like this. Now we're ready to pull our dish out of the oven. Be especially careful if you use a disposable aluminum pan. The bottoms are not very stable and they need to be supported. And here's what our final results should look like. One of the great parts about this dish is how easy it is to serve. You don't have to cut it up and try to scoop out the pieces like a lasagna. It's just as simple as scooping up however many noodles you want. Voila! Now we finally reached time to eat. And after we've eaten, another reason I recommend these pans is because now it's all ready for storage. putting your food into the freezer helps make sure that even if there's only one person eating out of this giant tray of food, it's not going to go bad until it's been eaten. Please join us again for the next episode of Kelsey's Cooking Show.